So today I want to talk about something I bet you've had a problem with before, being judgmental. So you've probably realized this isn't the best thing for your soul. So I wanted to talk about it today to maybe give you some life-giving, fresh perspective on this. But how did I land on this particular topic? Well, a lot of these midweek videos are just me thinking through things that I've read, conversations that I've had. Sometimes it's experiences from the week. But the point of these videos, though, is that they relate to you in your life in a way that adds value to you as a person, that adds value to you as a follower of Jesus. And that's it. I want to do my best to bring something midweek that can really help you in your journey. So because of that, right now the topic, I guess week to week, they're really going to be all over, because of how I land on them and just conversations, again, books I read, things I experience. And I try to pick things that God shows me as they come up. So for today, it's being judgmental. But why? Well, this particular week, it's because of a conversation I had on Sunday after church. So a young woman came up after church, and she said that a comment I made about the danger of being judgmental really made an impact on her. She said she realized how judgmental she could be and how toxic that is for her. And she was amazed at how easy it is to slide into judging anyone for really anything. But here's the thing, though. I think that's pretty accurate for a lot of us, isn't it? I mean, how often do we look at what someone wears, or what they drive, or where they live, or how their kids act, or what they said, or even how they said it? We get all judgy when they post nice pics about their lives, or their families, or their vacations. And we get crazy judgy when they post or talk about their views that we don't agree with on cultural issues, don't we? Yeah, we do. So what's the point? Being judgmental kills your soul. When we live that way, our souls, they slip into this negative self-righteous mode where we always see everything in a negative light. And worse, we always feel we need to make sure we're better than everyone, right? We need to search and find reasons that we're better than them. And then sometimes we spend our time and our money to make sure we keep up the appearances of being better than them. So that being said, it's important that I clarify first that you can and should make sound judgments. That's a lot different from being judgmental. For example, you shouldn't share a deeply personal struggle with someone that you know that struggles with gossip. If you do, that's not exercising good judgment. So that's not what we're talking about here. And Jesus said this in John chapter 7 about being judgmental. Stop judging according to outward appearances. Rather, judge according to righteous judgment. In other words, judge wisely, but don't be judgmental. So what does that look like to Jesus? What does being judgmental look like? Matthew chapter 7, he says, "Do not judge others, and you will not be judged. For you will be treated as you treat others. The standard you use in judging is the standard by which you will be judged." So no mercy for you? Then maybe no mercy for you. And he says, why worry about a speck in your friend's eye when you have a log in your own? How can you think of saying to your friend, "Let me help you get rid of that speck in your eye," when you can't even see past the log in your own eye? Hypocrite, Jesus says. First, get rid of the log in your own eye, then you will see well enough to deal with the speck in your friend's eye. Basically, take care of your own heart and your own attitude, your own sin first. Then you'll know if you're making a right judgment or if you're just being a butthead and being all judgy. Right? Here's some more ancient wisdom from the Bible for a cure to being judgmental. First, from the Apostle Paul in Romans chapter 12. He says, "Be happy with those who are happy, and weep with those who weep. Live in harmony with each other. Don't be too proud to enjoy the company of ordinary people." And listen to this, and don't think you know it all. That last part, right? Being judgmental, it's really a pride issue that says, not only do I know better than you, dummy, I am better than you, right? Paul also says this in Philippians chapter 2. He says, don't be selfish. Don't try to impress others. Be humble, thinking of others as better than yourselves. Don't look out only for your own interests, but take an interest in others too. You must have the same attitude that Christ Jesus had. So in the Message translation, and this is a paraphrased translation of the Bible, it says this in Proverbs chapter 30. Don't be stuck up and think you're better than everyone else. It's not a bad piece of advice from God. I'll finish with Jesus' solution to being judgmental. Again from Matthew chapter 7. The golden rule. Do to others whatever you would like them to do to you. He says this is the essence of all that is taught in the law and the prophets. So basically that's summing up everything in the Old Testament, he said. So the solution we hear in these passages from the Bible, stay humble. Don't assume people are worse than you, and don't assume that you are the gold standard of goodness and awesomeness. If you take on this kind of humility, your soul is going to have a lot less baggage to carry around. And this is going to leave you feeling a lot better about the people in and around your life. So, next time you catch yourself being all judgy, take a minute and ask yourself if this is how you would want someone to treat you. I mean, for real, trust Jesus on this. He knows us pretty well. All right, so that's it for today. And remember, at Quabog Church, we are here to bring light and hope into the darkness. So if you think this could help someone else, be sure to like it and pass it along to them. Until then, we hope you can join us Sunday online or in person, or we'll catch you next week here for some more hopefully helpful advice on living this life together.